The Big Short shows us something deeper than most people catch. It shows that there are two kinds of people in the world. On the surface, it looks simple. Those who believe in the system, and those who bet against the system. But that's what the movie wants you to think. That's the trap. But the truth is more sinister. They're not betting against the system. They're betting against good. Let me explain. The first group are the believers. The politicians, the bankers, the workers who keep the machine running. By the end of the movie, Steve Carell's character realizes something terrifying. The banks knew exactly what they were doing. And even worse, they knew they could get away with it. So when I say the system, I don't mean laws and regulations. I mean the system that exists to protect the elite and the people who serve them. Then comes the second group, the so-called heroes of the story. Mark Baum, Michael Burry, Jared Vennett, Jamie Shipley, Charlie Geller. These are the people we're told to root for. Why? Because if they win, the corrupt bankers lose. Right? Wrong. They're not betting against the banks. They're not betting against Wall Street. They're betting against people. They're betting against you. And strangely, the movie barely shows the people who actually suffered from the crash. Except for one scene. One that, for me, changes everything. Danny Moses goes to investigate whether the housing market is really on the brink of collapse. He knocks on the door of a house that's about to be foreclosed. A young man answers. He looks exhausted, like he just came home from a long day of work. Behind him, his little child runs up to greet him. Innocent, happy, completely unaware of what's about to happen. Danny starts asking questions, and then it hits. This man has been paying rent to a landlord who hasn't been paying the mortgage. The family is about to be thrown out on the street, and they don't even know it yet. Now pause. What would you do? If you knew this man's life was about to be destroyed, would you warn him? Would you tell him the truth? Or would you keep quiet? Let him walk blindly into disaster, and then place your bets so you can profit when he loses everything. Danny chooses silence. He tells the man to talk to the landlord. That's it. A polite brush off. The man closes the door, the child still smiling, and the story moves on. But that moment is the heart of the entire film, because it shows exactly what these characters are doing. They're not heroes. They're vultures. They make money only if families like that one loses everything. And yet, Hollywood brushes it aside. The script acknowledges it for a second, then pushes you back to rooting for the outcasts, the rebels, the little guys who beat the system. Michael Burry, the eccentric outsider. Mark Baum, the tragic truth teller. Jamie and Charlie, the underdogs bullied by the big banks. It's convincing, I'll admit. They almost had me fooled. But then I realized this wasn't the story that needed to be told. The real story is the millions of people who lost their homes, jobs, savings, and dignity. The people who never recovered. That's the story Hollywood should have told. Instead, they gave us another tale of a clever man making fortunes while the world burned, and then painted them as the good guys. And that makes me angry, because this wasn't just history. This was a warning. Crashes repeat. Corruption repeats. Human suffering repeats. And when Hollywood had the chance to show us the truth, they chose to instead distract us with anti-heroes who cashed in on our misery. So here's the question. What would you do? If you had the chance to make millions, but only by profiting off of people losing their homes, their families being torn apart, would you take it? Would you sleep at night in your comfortable bed, knowing that it was bought with someone else's foreclosure notice? Most people want to believe in good. Most people want to believe that the system works. But the truth is, betting against good pays, and it pays well. That's the world we live in. But is it the world we want? Every choice we make matters. Every action is a vote for the kind of people we become, and the kind of future we create. So the next time you make a choice, ask yourself, Who are you betting against? Because if we keep betting against each other, nothing changes. But if we choose to bet against the bad guys, the corrupt, the exploitative, the ones knowingly destroying lives for profit, then maybe we stand a chance. Will we succeed? I don't know. But I know one thing. I don't want to live in a world where I don't try. Do you?